I knew why I did that. Let's go over here now. See if we can find it. Oh, there we are. Ho, 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 everybody. All right. I am here. Merry Christmas card in January night. Okay. I'm Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm sitting on my stool so that you could see my antlers. I don't know if you can hear them. Oh, anybody who's joining me that also was on last night, let me know how the sound is, because I did something a little different than I did last night. So let me know if it's too loud or whatever. I'm going to be fairly quick tonight. I've got some super simple Christmas ideas. The one, as I stated in the little description, you can do it basically on the go. Take it with you as make a little kit up. The second version of it is a little stepped up, and it would have a couple more things that you might have to do, like use your stamp cut and emboss machine, but you could also take that. So this week or this month, our card is a little bit just easy peasy. I saw a card on Pinterest, and I believe it was Sue Moore made it. And if you remember back in the holiday mini that we just ended, there was a stamp set, and it had a die, and it cut out, it had Noel, and it went like Noel, I guess. And it had some sprigs coming off of it. I did not purchase it, but I believe her card, she used that. What I did today was I used the classic letters to make my Noel, and I'm just doing the same type of layout. She also used a die. I'm just cutting my paper straight so that you can do this quick and easy without a lot of supplies and a lot of prep to take it with you on the go. And I will have this as my Saturday sketch also, and I will give you all the dimensions on there as well. And then I'll show you, I made these two samples, and then I've spent a lot of today making other versions of this card because there's so many things that you can do with it. So let's get started. Hey, Debbie Green. And Sharon, mom is on. I feel weird calling you mom online. I mean, I feel weird calling you Sharon, so I don't want to like call you mom and give you that preference. People say, oh, she's just responding because it's her mom. But being my mom, you get that preferential treatment, don't you? Okay. I am going to move my computer. Oh, Christy's on too. Hey, Christy. And I gotta turn my camera down. So we're down here. And like I said, we're going to be pretty fast tonight. Here is the card that I created. The one that I saw online, if you want to do so, you can take your corner rounder and round the corners, or use a die. That particular bundle in the mini must have had, thanks Christy, must have had a die in it, like a label die that she used, but I used my classic letters, and I was just trying to keep it simple. For another thing, everybody pretty much that's stamped for more than a week has probably got a letter alphabet stamp. So my other cards that I will bring out over the weekend, I went into my archives because you guys know that I don't get rid of very many of my stamp sets. So I went into my stamps and I got out various, thanks mom, letters. And so the cards that I will show don't all use this larger classic letters. I've got ornate, I've got circles, all kinds of fun stuff. So you can get crazy with this with whatever supplies you have on hand and use up designer paper and all that good stuff too. So I'm going to get started, and don't forget, play me in the background if you don't really want to listen to me, help me grow. And that will, playing it in the background, mute me, will tell Facebook that I am out here trying and will show me to more people. I told you guys about that on Wednesday. This card uses Mossy Meadow for a base, and it is I don't know if yes, I did. It's 11 by 4 1/4, score or fold at 5 1/2. So I'm telling you that because I was going to do a couple different things today. And so I already had prepped this one for a different thing I was going to do with this particular one. And I said, I'm not going to show you 3 different things you can do. I'll save that for my other samples that I made. So I have that I have a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of cherry cobbler that I ran with the 3D basics 3D embossing folder. This one, I think you can see that little hash stuff all over it. This one's starting to bend on me. I haven't had any do that on me, but that one's starting to bend because I was really using it a lot. So I was twisting around. So let me show you. I don't know if you guys ever get one that kind of does curls and stuff. I just was flipping it over and running it through. You always want to run it through with the hinge first. So I was just flipping it over from which way I was doing it and hoping that I could get it to flatten. And I'll talk with my friend Patty because I think she had one and I wasn't sure if she was able. Why'd you even get on, Miss Blanchett, if you had to go? Oh well. Patty flattened one of her own, so I'm gonna see if I can do that too. So I have a piece of the Shining Christmas paper that was a limited version. So I'm gonna tell you, I made my strips the same width as what my letters were. So these were punched out at 1 inch. So my paper I'm gonna use at 1 inch. And then when it was 1 inch, I cut my paper to 3 inches wide. When I got a smaller one where the letters are 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch, I cut my paper to 3/4 of an inch and then 2 inches wide. So I'm going to cut these now to 3 inches wide. I need a new blade, so we'll see if it's going to cut. I'm getting a lot of fuzzies on it. So now we have 4 of those. You could spell out other words as well that are longer. Just try and shrink your letters down to maybe the 3/4 inch, and you'll be able to fit more strips through here. And you could spell like cheer. I wouldn't go much more than 5 letters, but that's just me. Then I just eyeballed where I wanted to put them on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. I told you guys this was a quick and easy card. And I'm going to eyeball it. Some of the samples I made today, my creative director said, that's not level. You're all over the place. I said, oh, I'm not worried about it right now. It's a sample. And he said, it's bothering me. So I had to go and fix it and report back in for the seal of approval. And once I started to fix it, oh boy, was it off. So I'm glad that he noticed. And I try and do it this way. Does anybody have a surefire way to make sure that stuff's on there even? Because it looks to me like I'm putting them on even. But then when I turn it sideways, then I'll notice that they're not. So like I'm trying to line this end up and that end. And then when I get all the way to the bottom, I'll show you. We'll see how it looks. Oops, I'm hitting the. And when I turn it this way, oh, I didn't do too bad, but I could see that they're not even and straight. And without actually getting a ruler out between each one, I didn't know if there was a way that people used. Oh, you've got split video. No, hold on. Hold on, view. How about now? Sorry. It's because of the way that I have to use my phone. It's still learning process. Let me know. It should be okay now, I think, though. Perfect. Okay, good. Because that little microphone that I was telling you about that I put right by my mouth, this little guy, in order to use it, I have to stick it in my phone. And so that makes my phone the one that has the speaker. So for anybody that doesn't use like Zoom very much, if you look, you might see green thumb showing, my desktop showing, and then there was me, and the Zoom that where the person that's talking has the green, a green like circle around it. And when the person that's talking, which is my phone, which is down, I got to remember to switch up my view now because I'm used to having it be my iPad, which was pointing to me. So anyway, I'm rambling. You guys don't really care. And Kathy's on. Happy birthday, Kathy. Glad you could join us. So we've got that. Then I'm going to take, I got a basic white and a brand new Mossy Meadow in my classic letters. And I'm just going to spell out Noel with my letters. This is really a nice alphabet set. It was on the online exclusives. You get all these little leafies down here so that you can curvature them around the letters and make fancy letters based on how your letter angles. You could put these little leafies on there. I used them, tried to use them, but I was making a swap and I needed to make a lot of cards, so I didn't really mess around with it too much to figure out how they would go on there. So we're going to do N. But again, it's a giant ball of anxiety too. You got 15 sheets in here and letters and everything's backwards. So I got to find my O. Take some deep breaths and not let it bother me. Kathy, did you do anything fun on your special day? Besides what I already know that you did on your special day? Oh, where's my E? Here's my E. Did you get any pictures of the little guy? That'd be a good birthday present, wouldn't it? E. The L was on the other side. Oh, well. We'll go. I might not have left enough room for my L on here. We'll see. I might have to stamp another one. It's going to be tight. We're going to do our E and our L on the back. I think I left too much space between the. Let's see. See what we get. I didn't look at the temperature today, the 2 times I went upstairs. I think it was today. We were supposed to have record high for January 25th. So now I have a 1-inch punch. But I don't know if it actually got that warm or not. It's supposed to be like 48 or something, I think Mike said. And then if you stamp crooked, you can always try and shore it up in the punch. Like this guy. There we go. And we're supposed to have good weather for a few days, and that's another bonus. Any winter weather that is not treacherous is fine with me. All right, so now I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And I'm just going to put one. I think I probably need more than one though. I better put 2. Can I peel that one off? Nope, too long. But I got a half of one here. I better put 2 of them on there. That's next week's going to be even warmer. I'm frozen. Am I frozen for everybody or just mom? Or does she mean I'm frozen because I'm cold? I don't know what's happening. I'm going to keep going. Okay, good. Christy said it's just mom. Good. So now I'm going to just peel my little dimensionals off. And I'm just gonna leave a little space off to the side and then try and, because it should be the paper should be the same height as the 1-inch punch. And there we go. Buffering. Oh, that's right. Well, there's no school tomorrow, Patty, so you probably don't have to worry about buffering tonight because nobody is going to school, so there's nobody doing homework. Maybe that's what makes us buffer around here is when we're okay. So I did go crazy on that one too, crooked. So let's straighten that up a little bit. All right. So see how quick and easy that is? Simple, simple, simple. I got a 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside and a little strip a 1/2 inch wide to go on the inside as well. My glue dried up in that short time since I used it. Get out our trusty pin. Oh. Glue that on. And we will glue the whole piece now to the inside. Like I say, told you it was fast, it was easy. Definitely a simple one that if you've got someplace to go and sit, wait for kids, something like that, you can actually do the whole thing right there if you take a kit with the little personal size trimmer. And you know what? I think I used the 0 there and not the O. Kind of like I guess the O is more balanced. I'll probably pop that off and use it again. But there's our first card. I gotta get a drink. Hang on, my lights got me all hot. I got my little pointer out too. My friend Patty got me a Christmas pointer. In case I have to show you guys anything. I probably have to come in this way so that you could see it point with my left hand. So the second one, you guessed it, looks pretty much the same, but I used more of the fancy paper, and then I got out my velvet designer series paper. It's just called Red Velvet. It's a retired paper. But I used that, and then I used the playful alphabet dies. So I wanted to show you that you can cut them if you've got an alphabet dies, cut them out for a different look, or continue and stamp them. So I'm going to get this one I folded at 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to fold it or score it and burnish at 4.25. I've got on the 8th. So we've got 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 of just basic white. She'd buy him a wardrobe. Probably she's got a couple cute outfits waiting for him. Did she make him a blanket? That's a question. Then I've got this same paper, probably not available anymore because it was offered back in the fall when they decided they weren't going to do the second celebration last year. They had the paper already in the works, so they offered it for sale. And on the back side, it's not shiny. It's just got patterns on the back. And this is 5.25 by 4. It doesn't want to move over. I need more glue if I want to slip and slide it around. Okay. So again, pretty easy peasy. I used that embossing folder. This time I made the pieces 3/4 of an inch by 2 because I am using the little letters. So I'm going to lay them out on the front just to get an eyeball of where I want them. And if I'm looking at my mat right, if I put it on the inch, I was finding that I wanted it to go about 1 inch up. And let's come up here 1 inch down. And that worked pretty good for that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. Eyeballing my left and right. I could say I'm 1, 2, 3, almost 4 lines over. 1, 2, 3, pretty close. You know, just guessing. I don't do a whole lot real precise. Although I've been working on my paper pumpkin, my lavender cards. Oh, and I'm trying to change up the dimensions of a fun fold that I found, and it's driving me nuts. I have done it probably 3 more times today than what I did yesterday and the day before, trying to figure out how I'm going to cut it on my video and make it easy enough for anybody who wants to replicate it. Oh, I did not leave enough space between those. That's all right. Calling it good. And so I have to be really precise with it because it's a lot of layers on the folds. And I'm not digging it. So I'm gonna get my little guy out here. My little stamp cut and emboss machine. We need the 2 plates. I got here's my velvet paper. You probably can't see the velvetiness of it, but it does remind me of Mom, whose wedding was I in when I had that little velvet dress? Aunt Nancy's. I had a beauteous flower girl dress in, I believe it was red velvet. Might have been Aunt Jean's wedding. One of them I wore yellow or orange, I think, but I loved that little dress. Actually, I think you were in the wedding too and had a matching dress with yours. Must have been Aunt Nancy's. All right. Cut those out. Did I get them all? They're all staying on there, which is good. All right. Stick that back out of sight. Get our letters off there. All right, so on this one, I cut my dimensionals. This one would be a good one for the tape. Well, no, because we want to pop it up, so not so much. Let's see if I can put this on here. Not so much with these little pointy things. I can cut them off. Put our Noel. So quiet down here in the basement tonight. I had the murder shows on all day. Oops, I keep banging into the camera stand with my antlers. All right, let's do an O. Get those little stinkers off there. Normally I can at least hear Mike's TV going. He must. Oh, he's in there. I don't know what he's watching. Oh, I heard a whistle. He must be watching a football or something that he had taped. He had a hard day today. I had to ask him too many questions, show him too many samples. It's on break now. All right, N-O. Let's get some embellishments in our E's. I didn't know if I should put these more centered because they're tinier. Let's see, let me. Get those wrappers off there and see. Think it'll look better if I center them in a row, or if I leave them off to like this one, if I line the edges all up together. What do you think? All right. Let's see. gonna do this one like this. I'm gonna kind of center them. This way. All right. Oops, I'm off. And did I not bring? Wondered what that extra piece was for. I had a piece of white and a strip, and I put them away because I didn't know what it was for. It was for this card. So there we go. Two that are pretty quick and easy. Like I said, this one you just got to putz with the cutting out the little letters. This one is a great on the go. Oh, that would be good too. Noel like that down the. Yeah, that would be real nice. So let's see here. I gotta go. Back up here. Okay, now we should be back to me. All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will see some of you on Sunday. I'm excited and ready for the class. I got one, I don't need to do my live version on the 3rd now. So I've got one more person coming. So I'm going to cut the little bits and pieces for her. And that was the kit that I was going to save and use on my live version, but I don't need to do that now. They're going to just cut off the PDF. So yay, I will see you guys Sunday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with another Christmas card. Thanks for commenting, sharing, watching, and putting me in the background on mute. I love it when people help me grow. Back here. Thank you for helping me grow. I appreciate it. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.